Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co, and today I'm joined with me by Rafiki and Tavi. Today we're going to be reviewing Star Realms Academy, the accessible family-weight Star Realms game from Wise Wizard Games, or technically actually from Wacky Wizard Games. They're a family brand product line or whatnot. This is Star Realms Academy, which for both of you I believe is the first Star Realms game you've played, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
And he has destroyed me.
Yes, well, we'll talk about it. So, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the game, of how it plays. Very brief overview.
I love the story, Tavi.
I'm going to do a very brief overview of the game, and then we'll just get into thoughts and opinions from all of us over here. The basic idea is this is Star Realms Academy. It could be colloquially known as Star Realms Junior. That's not the name, but that's the kind of vibe you're going for. It's meant to be Star Realms, and yet more accessible. Let's just move it, drop like that. Perfect. It's meant to be Star Realms, yet more accessible. To that end, this is a basic deck building game. You're going to be building out a deck, and then using that deck in order to build a better and stronger deck, buying cards from this card row. As you buy cards, they're going to enter your discard, new cards will come out, and then those discard cards will eventually shuffle into your deck, and you'll be able to use them to destroy your opponent. The basic idea is you're going to have symbology in this game. You're going to have coins, which are used to buy more cards. You're going to have attack strength, which is used to reduce your opponent's health. You're going to have your opponent's health over here. You have 15 health per player. Then you have card draw over here. Go ahead, what do you want to teach?
So, if you have another yellow out on your turn, then you will do the thing that it says on the bottom.
That's right. So in general, when you play a card, you'll get the top part, but if you want the bottom part, you have to play matching cards from that faction.
Like,
so for
if
example,
you had these two cards, then you would be able to have 2 extra damage because they were both green.
From the same faction. The last ability you're going to have is health. This is going to be healing. So you basically have money to buy cards, healing to heal yourself, damage to damage your opponent, and then you're going to have card draw, which will help you get more cards in play. Now your goal is to reduce your opponent's health from 15 down to 0. That's the core idea of what you're trying to do. Are you showing the starting cards?
These are the starting cards.
You have money and damage in your starting cards. Now, a few basic things that are going to differentiate this from regular Star Realms is that you're going to be dealing with hands of 3 in the game. So every turn, as Tavi just did, you're going to draw 3 cards, and then, there you go, 1 damage to your opponent, and then 2 coins to buy another card.
Yay!
So that's the first difference. You're dealing with hands of 3 cards instead of 5. The second difference is you're only going to have 3 factions instead of the traditional 4 factions you would in normal Star Realms. Makes the game a little simpler as far as getting those combos, especially when you're dealing with a hand of 3 cards.
And this Corvette shows that you draw 1 extra card.
Yeah, which I love. I love card draw in this game. And then the last major change, I guess there's a few small details as well. There's no freighters, for example. But the last major change is you're going to have the ability to save up money turn to turn. In the game, money's going to go onto your player board when you get it, which means you can have extra money that you then use to go ahead and buy cards on future turns, as opposed to having to make it all work on the same turn.
And these are bases, which you have to attack.
Yep.
And this is a barter world, which gives you 2 health and 1 coin every turn before it is destroyed. Yeah.
There's 2 kinds of bases that you must attack and bases that you may attack, but you're going to want to choose how and when what you try to do as you reduce your opponent's health down to 0. That is basically how you play Star Realms Academy, which means it's time. I think you're trying to find an outpost, because it's bases and outposts. Yeah, let's go ahead and flip this over here. Let's see if we can find one. We have no.
Yes, that mothership. I need it.
The mothership? You want the mothership?
I want the mothership.
Okay, go ahead, show the mothership.
These 2 cards are the cards that Rafi got a combo with against me, and draw 2 extra cards with 2 more motherships, which I died.
Yeah, that happens in this game. So, we're going to go dive into our review and thoughts on the game. I'll let them give their thoughts first, then I'll give my general thoughts as well. But let's start with you, Rafiki. Do you like the game? Yes, that's 2 thumbs up. You like it 2 thumbs up? What do you like about the game? Why do you enjoy it?
Because he could destroy me.
Well, you like those cards? Do you want to use words or you just want to point and stuff? Point and stuff it is.
The Trader Squid is his favorite card.
Rafiki, is there anything you don't like about the game? Is there anything you don't like? The health? Losing health? Cool, we're doing this right now. Go ahead, your turn. What do you like about the game?
I love this game, but I also hate it because everyone destroys me in it, but I destroy him.
Yeah, that happens.
Sometimes.
Why do you think you like the game?
It's a deck building game.
Do you like deck building games?
Yes.
Good. And what do you not like about the game, if anything?
How I get destroyed sometimes.
So I'll give my thoughts on this. I played a lot of Star Realms. It's worth noting. Well, actually, I'll cover this in my thoughts in general. So overall, I think Star Realms Academy is a great gateway deck building game. It takes the core things about Star Realms that is already a good family weight game, an accessible game, and it makes those even easier. One of the things I really enjoy about it is the lack of any text. So for example, this guy over here can read. This guy cannot, which means they can play together. You don't have to have anyone.
Learning.
You're learning. That's right. You are learning to read. You are correct. But in the meantime, until he can, this is all symbol driven, which means, and there's even player aids that show you what these do. But you only need to know 4 things in the game, and then you know the concepts. So you need to know mechanics.
Only in the other Star Realms you don't have to attack all the bases. And these ones, they're the only ones that you have to attack.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But so in general, it's accessible to younger audiences, even those who can't read. I often find that discrepancy between someone who can read and not is often a big barrier as far as teaching new games because.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, of course.
He also has 2 more Star Realms Academy.
I don't
Star Realms Rise of the Empire.
I have Star Realms and then Star Realms Rise of the Empire. Star Realms we have played. Star Realms Rise of the Empire we're going to play, but we haven't yet.
Wait, you think that because you always going to think it's Star Wars?
Oh no, I'm saying there's Star Realms and there's Star Wars, which is different. There actually is a Star Trek version of Star Realms, which is a fun fact. Have you watched Star Trek?
With you, the one that where.
Oh, that one, yeah. Lower Decks.
And we have watched every single Star Wars.
We have watched every Star Wars. We are intentions.
In Star Wars, is there a video game with Star Realms or a board game with Star Realms?
I don't believe so.
That would make it funny.
So, in general, I think this is very accessible. That lack of text is very helpful. I think this is a great intro to future deck builders. So, for example, I went from playing this game with Tavi over here to enjoying it, and then one day he's like, I want to play some more Star Realms Academy, and I was like, why don't we just play regular Star Realms? And we were able to rapidly level up with basically no extra rules because it's the same game in general function, just some small differences to it. So I think this does a great job at being accessible and a good intro to deck building and to Star Realms in general, yes?
On this board, if you look at it, it has a background.
It does.
Now it's a different background.
It does have a different background.
Same with this one.
I don't really have any complaints.
And this one.
I don't have
and
any
this one.
complaints against the game. The only thing I will say is this is definitely on the lighter side, and keep in mind that Star Realms, as it is already pretty accessible. So in terms of thinking who the target audience is, I do think the target audience for this is people who are either completely new to games, or when you're trying to get it for a child who has who can't read yet. I think that's the main audience. Like I think I could have introduced regular Star Realms to you, and you would have enjoyed that as well.
This is the light. You were on the light side, but I will join the dark side. Die, Jedi, die!
Exactly. So that's kind of the one caveat as far as target audience I'd be mindful of, because if you're dealing with a 10-year-old who can read and plays board games, just start them off with basic Star Realms instead. My overall thoughts and opinions, my overall rating of this, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I do always have a trouble fitting children's games or family games into my rating scale because my rating scale is based on my desire to play. So I think this is great for the target audience. For me, it's going to come in at a 3.5 out of 5. Out of 5, I would rate it 100! Yep. 0.5. And that is your review of Star Realms Academy, my first deck building game from Wacky Wizard Games. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And I am Tavi. And I am Koala over here. And as always, and until next time, I hope you have a good one.